Hi everyone, welcome back to my session. I'm again Vy Pham Haq. I'm a U.S. attorney for Immigration Global. So today we're going to discuss about the marriage visa. People often ask me, what's the difference between a K-1 and a marriage visa? The K-1, we already discussed it. If you guys miss it, please use the link or search for it. We already discussed it at length. So let's move on with the marriage visa. So people often ask me, what should I do to prepare for a marriage visa? So before you even come to Vietnam, what you have to do is have an affidavit of single. Whether it's a male or female, your partner needs an affidavit of single, right? So for that, it takes about a month to do it, plus or minus a week. But now since, what happened with COVID, I would always just give it a leeway of like a week or two. So the affidavit of single is actually, it's good for 6 months, right, from the moment you have it. So if you don't know, when you're gonna go back to Vietnam, just do it and then, leave it aside. So affidavit of single is a must. I highly recommend you guys doing that in the United States. Contact my office. We take care of it. I have a San Diego office, so we take care of that for you guys, especially if you are green card holder. If you are green card holder, you can't not get an affidavit of single in Vietnam unless you still have your name on the residence, book. Unless you have that, you can do it. But if you're green card and you don't have that, it's impossible. You have to go back to the United States, get the affidavit of single, or get the affidavit of single to be sent to Vietnam. So you can do that. That's the reason why I tell everyone that get the affidavit of single before you go to Vietnam. That way it saves you a lot of headache. Once you get that, you're like, I'm ready, I booked my flight. So once you're here, just go to, they call it City Hall here, to get your marriage certificate. So your marriage certificate, it's also your wife or your husband, your partner needs an affidavit of single as well. But he or she can do that in Vietnam, right? Because he or she is Vietnamese. But usually that take about like 3 weeks, depends, or faster. It depends on your area of where you live. So once you get that, you're great, you're ready to get, register for your marriage license. You go to that partner's hometown, register your marriage, and then I think it takes a month, to get your marriage license. Once you get that, what do? What should I bring back to America so that I can start this whole process with your office? So you need to take pictures, okay, of course, once you get married, or throw a reception, make sure that you get married. And then once you get that, you'll bring back, your partner's marriage certificate, your guys' marriage certificate, or your partner's divorce paper if they have them. Also, too, is any pictures that you guys have together, pictures of your wedding day, pictures of the reception, all those evidence to prove that your marriage is bona fide. So once you get back, you give us all those stuff. If you guys missing anything, we'll let you know. The same thing you need to prove, the U.S. citizen needs to prove that they have an income, so they have the financial means, so that you would not be burdened to society. So with that, it has to be 125% above poverty line. That is extremely important. With that, you need 3 years of income tax. Also 3 years of W-2s. So from the moment you file to the moment you get not your green card, but your interview, it's about a year and 2-3 months, depends, right? So this is U.S. citizen. A green card holder is a bit longer, so you guys have to be patient with this. Once you get that, you go and you pass your interview. As I said in many times, is that make sure you are prepared for your interview. Make sure you have your marriage certificate together. Make sure you have your divorce documents together. If you have minor children, make sure you have their certificates. And also, it's very important that everything that's in Vietnamese has to be translated and certified in English. Because you know the consulate, yeah, it's in Vietnam, but it's an American consulate. So that's very important. And make sure your passport is 6 months. You still have 6 months valid at your passport. Also, practice your interview. You know, how you guys met, how he proposed, the date of your marriage. You know, things like this, people tend to get so nervous that I have heard that people has forgotten their birthday, right? So make sure you practice first, always get there at least 15 minutes early so that you calm your collective. And once you get, let's say you approved, your visa is awesome, they say congratulations, we believe that your marriage is bona fide. So at that point, when you come to America, it's gonna take you about a month to get your green card. And once you have your green card, you can do what you want. I mean, not everything, not what you want, okay, I'm just kidding. But once you have your green card, you can able to track back and forth from Vietnam to the States. But do not stay in Vietnam with your green card more than a year. My clients, I advise them always 10 months, just to be safe. I want to address the differences between a green card holder and a US citizen. As a green card holder, you can only sponsor 2 categories, which are your kids and your partner. That's it. As a US citizen, you can sponsor everyone. Who's everyone? Spouse or partner, your kids, your fiance, and your siblings. You still cannot sponsor your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, or your in-laws. You cannot sponsor them. All right, so I hope that's been very informative for you guys. If you have any questions or concerns, click onto the link before, and I'll see you guys next time.